Well, my name's McKenzie. I'm the chairperson of NI21. Well, it's been a tough day, I would say, for both victims and for those who don't define themselves as victims. Quite a humbling day for most people. Quite an inspirational day as well, because what I experienced in the room was a lot of people coming from very difficult situations and really showing each other respect, listening to each other in a way that often our politicians don't listen to each other, and really quite inspirational in that sense. That's what I personally took from today, was that these people deserve a lot more than what they're currently getting within society, a lot more support, but do deserve to be listened to in the right way. And maybe their stories are not always, or the message is not always managed in the right way to wider society. So I think a good day for understanding and a good day for people to have the opportunity to come along and say their piece, whatever that may be. No one to judge, just being allowed the space to say how they felt.
Doesn't necessarily bring an end to the suffering that the families who have been bereaved or injured have experienced.
I think it's probably been essential so that Catherine Stone delivers an informed position, and she's been very clever about inviting all different types of groups of victims, and also inviting people in wider society who may or may not see themselves as victims, but who are certainly part of this society and may have been part of the conflict-stroke troubles through the last 30, 40 years. So I think it was important, not just for the benefit of today, but indeed informing a full report that she can then deliver to OFM, DFM, to ensure that people get some sort of support, whatever that may be for them.
My name is Paul Gallagher. I'm the chairman of Victims and Survivors Trust VAST, based in West Belfast. I was injured in 1984 and I'm now confined to a wheelchair. I came here today as a representative of my group and represented other victims of the conflict troubles. I thought the conference went really well. It was very dignified. I had some fears that it was going to end up a shouting match. The way conferences have been in the past, it's been very volatile, vitriolic and traumatising for some people. But I found today to be, the tone was set from the very start and it was very dignified. People were here to listen and I think people were heard. People were able to tell their stories, and I didn't think there was a lot of judgment on people, no matter where they were coming from. So I think I was very positive. I think today should be the start of a long process of going actually around the country and having more smaller conferences as such, where people can come and vent, but it should be done in a dignified way. And the more of it that's done, the better it'll be for people to get their point across and to be heard. Then from that, then we could maybe build some sort of consensus around how we see dealing with the past, how we can actually deal with it. The more people are heard, the more they can crystallise their thoughts, and it'll end up with a more positive, hopefully a more positive future. Well, I only attended two. I attended the reparations and the acknowledgement. I found the acknowledgement one, it was hard to pin down what acknowledgement meant. It's a lot of different things for a lot of different people in the room. It was probably the hardest. Reparations, it was explained more that it wasn't just about compensation, about money. There was more sort of future-looking things about it, but non-repetition. I think that's what came through from most of the people I was speaking to, and over the years they speaking to, they just don't want it to happen again. It should never happen again. I think the theme of the conference was maybe to get it so that it won't happen again. And events like this amongst victims are very useful for that. As far as the reparations, when it comes down to the money, there was talk of a special provision being made. Some sort of pension maybe for people who were severely injured in the troubles, to deal with their needs and their loss that they've had over the years through maybe not having a pension built up because they couldn't work due to their injury, and also their families and their carers to be recognised as well as part of this reparations. And in the hope that then when people, their families and different people see that people have been recognised and have been acknowledged, that there's no need then for sort of people to feel embittered, do you know what I mean, to carry on with that and to bring that sort of anger and embitterment into the bitterness into the future. So hopefully by dealing with the past now will prevent things from happening again in the future.